Question 1. Which of the following statements accurately describes the difference between replacement cost and actual cash value coverage? A. Replacement cost pays the actual amount needed to repair or replace property without any depreciation, while actual cash value deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. B. Replacement cost deducts depreciation from the cost to repair or replace property, whereas actual cash value covers the full replacement amount without any deduction. C. Replacement cost only applies to structures, while actual cash value is used for personal property. D. Replacement cost and actual cash value are identical in that both cover the full cost of repairs or replacements without considering depreciation. Answer A. Explanation. Replacement cost (RC) coverage pays the amount needed to replace or repair damaged property without factoring in depreciation. Actual cash value (SCV), on the other hand, is calculated by subtracting depreciation from the replacement cost. For instance, if a 5-year-old roof worth $10,000 has depreciated by 20%, the ACV payout would be $8,000, while RC would cover the full $10,000. This distinction is crucial in understanding how insurance payouts may vary based on policy terms and conditions. Question 2. Under Connecticut law, which of the following is a required coverage in a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Coverage for intentional damage caused by the insured. B. Coverage for losses due to natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods. C. Personal liability coverage to protect against legal liabilities from injury or property damage. D. Coverage for losses related to the wear and tear of property. Answer. C. Explanation. Under Connecticut law, a standard homeowner's insurance policy must include personal liability coverage, coverage E. This coverage protects the insured from financial losses due to legal liabilities for bodily injury or property damage caused by the insured or household members. Coverage for intentional damage and losses due to natural disasters like earthquakes and floods typically require additional endorsements or separate policies. Wear and tear is not covered under standard homeowners insurance policies as it falls under maintenance rather than insurable risks. Question 3. Scenario-based question. Sarah recently moved into her new home in Connecticut and is reviewing her homeowner's insurance policy. After a severe storm, she discovers that the storm has caused significant damage to her roof and the surrounding property. What should Sarah do first according to the best practices for filing an insurance claim in Connecticut? A. Begin repairs immediately to prevent further damage and submit the repair receipts to the insurance company. B. Report the damage to her insurance company within the time frame specified by her policy and take steps to mitigate further damage while documenting the loss. C. Wait until the insurance adjuster arrives to begin any cleanup or repair work to ensure that the damage is fully documented. D. Cancel her current policy and purchase a new one with a higher coverage limit to ensure the damage is covered. Answer. B. Explanation. According to best practices, Sarah should report the damage to her insurance company within the time frame specified in her policy and take reasonable steps to mitigate further damage, such as covering broken windows or topping a damaged roof. Documentation of the damage through photographs and records of any temporary repairs should also be maintained. Immediate repairs without notifying the insurer might lead to disputes regarding coverage. Waiting for the adjuster to arrive is important for accurate damage assessment, but taking immediate action to prevent additional damage is also crucial. Cancelling and purchasing a new policy does not address the current claim and might complicate the process. Question 4. Which of the following is typically excluded from a standard homeowner's insurance policy but can be covered with an additional endorsement or separate policy? A. Damage from a fire caused by a lightning strike. B. Theft of personal property within the home. C. Damage from an earthquake. D. Liability coverage for accidental injury to a guest. Answer. C. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies generally exclude damage caused by earthquakes. To cover earthquake damage, policyholders need to purchase an additional endorsement or a separate earthquake insurance policy. Damage from lightning, theft, and liability for accidental injury to a guest are typically included in standard homeowners policies. Question 5. What is the primary purpose of loss of use coverage, coverage D, in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. To cover the cost of repairing damage to the insured's home. B. To provide compensation for lost wages due to injury. C. To reimburse the insured for additional living expenses incurred while the home is being repaired or rebuilt. D. To cover legal costs associated with liability claims. Answer. See explanation. Loss of use coverage. Coverage D is designed to reimburse the policyholder for additional living expenses incurred if their home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. This includes costs such as temporary housing, meals, and other expenses necessary for maintaining a standard of living while the home is being repaired or rebuilt. Question 6. If a policyholder in Connecticut is found to have intentionally caused damage to their home, which of the following is most likely to occur? A. The insurer will cover the damages under the personal liability section of the policy. B. The policyholder will receive a full payout for the damages under their homeowner's policy. C. The claim will be denied and the insurer may pursue legal action against the policyholder. D. The insurer will provide coverage but at a higher deductible. Answer. See explanation. Insurance policies generally exclude coverage for intentional damage caused by the policyholder. If it is determined that the damage was intentional, the claim will be denied and the insurer may seek legal recourse against the policyholder. Coverage for intentional acts is not provided under standard homeowners insurance policies. Question 7. In Connecticut, which of the following is a common requirement for obtaining a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The property must be less than 10 years old. B. The insured must provide proof of a fire alarm system and a burglar alarm system. C. The property must be located in a non-flood zone area. D. The insured must have a minimum credit score. Answer. B. Explanation. Many homeowners insurance policies require certain safety features, such as a fire alarm system and a burglar alarm system, to qualify for coverage or to obtain lower premiums. While factors like property age and location may influence insurance rates, they are not typically required as prerequisites for obtaining a policy. Credit scores may also impact premiums, but are not usually a requirement for policy issuance. Question 8. Scenario-based question. John's home insurance policy in Connecticut covers damage caused by windstorms. After a recent windstorm, he finds that several shingles have been blown off his roof, leading to water damage inside his home. What is John's best course of action immediately following the discovery of the damage? A. Replace the shingles and make the repairs without contacting the insurance company. B. Contact his insurance company to report the damage and request an inspection before making any repairs. C. Wait until the next storm to see if additional damage occurs before filing a claim. D. Post photos of the damage on social media to gather evidence before reporting it to the insurer. Answer. B. Explanation. John should contact his insurance company to report the damage and request an inspection before making any significant repairs. This ensures that the insurer can document the damage and assess the claim properly. Immediate repairs without notifying the insurer could lead to disputes about the extent of the damage and coverage. Waiting for further damage or posting on social media does not align with proper claims procedures. Question 9. What does the term deductible refer to in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The maximum amount the insurer will pay for a claim. B. The portion of a claim that the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurer covers the remaining costs. C. The amount the insurer deducts from the insured's premium if no claims are filed. D. The amount added to the policy premium for additional coverage. Answer. B. Explanation. A deductible is the amount the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurance company begins to pay for covered losses. For example, if a policy has a $1,000 deductible and a claim is made for $5,000 in damages, the insurer will cover $4,000 and the insured is responsible for the first $1,000. Question 10. If a homeowner in Connecticut experiences a covered loss and their policy includes replacement cost coverage for personal property, what will the insurer typically pay for damaged items? A. The depreciated value of the items at the time of loss. B. The cost to repair the damaged items, regardless of their replacement cost. C. The full replacement cost of the items without deducting for depreciation. D. The value of the items as listed in the policy schedule. Answer. C. Explanation. With replacement cost coverage for personal property, the insurer will pay the full cost to replace the damaged items without accounting for depreciation. This means if personal property is damaged or lost, the insurer will provide funds equivalent to the cost of purchasing new items of similar kind and quality. Question 11. Scenario-based question. Emily's home was damaged by a fire that started in her neighbor's property and spread to her home. Emily's homeowner's insurance policy includes personal liability coverage. What is the primary purpose of this coverage in her situation? A. To cover the cost of repairing her damaged home. B. To provide coverage for the damages caused by the fire to the neighbor's property. C. To pay for legal defense costs if Emily is sued for damages related to the fire. D. To cover the cost of temporary housing while her home is being repaired. Answer: C. Explanation. Personal liability coverage primarily protects the insured against legal liability for injuries or property damage they may cause to others. In Emily's case, if the fire started on her neighbor's property but spread to her home, the coverage would assist with legal defense costs if she was sued for damages related to the fire. Coverage for repairing her home or providing temporary housing would typically fall under other parts of her policies, such as property coverage or loss of use coverage. Question 12. Which of the following is typically considered a named perils policy? A. HO3 policy. B. HO4 policy. C. HO6 policy. D. HO2 policy. Answer: D. Explanation. The HO2 policy, also known as the broad form ZISCA named perils policy that provides coverage only for perils specifically listed in the policy. In contrast, the HO3 policy is an open perils policy which covers all perils except those explicitly excluded. HO4 and HO6 policies are designed for renters and condo owners, respectively, and also have different coverage scopes. Question 13. In the event of a total loss under a homeowner's insurance policy with replacement cost coverage, which of the following best describes how the insurer determines the payout amount? A. The insurer pays the depreciated value of the property at the time of the loss. B. The insurer pays the amount needed to repair or replace the property without any deduction for depreciation. C. The insurer pays the original purchase price of the property, regardless of current market value. D. The insurer pays the maximum limit specified in the policy, regardless of actual replacement cost. Answer: B. Explanation. Under replacement cost coverage, the insurer pays the amount necessary to replace or repair the damaged property without deducting for depreciation. This ensures that the insured can replace the lost or damaged items with new ones of similar kind and quality. Question 14. If a homeowner in Connecticut wants to insure their home against flood damage, what type of insurance is typically required? A. Standard homeowners insurance policy. B. Flood insurance policy. C. Earthquake insurance policy. D. Umbrella insurance policy. Answer: B. Explanation. Flood damage is not covered under a standard homeowners insurance policy. To insure against flood damage, a homeowner must obtain a flood insurance policy, typically through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or private insurers that offer flood coverage. Question 15. What does actual cash value receive coverage typically include in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The amount necessary to replace damaged items with new items without depreciation. B. The depreciated value of the property, accounting for wear and tear. C. The full replacement cost of the home structure, regardless of depreciation. D. The cost of repairing the property, including any upgrades. Answer: B. Explanation. Actual cash value (SEV) coverage includes the amount necessary to replace or repair property minus depreciation. This means that the payout reflects the value of the property, taking into account its age and condition at the time of the loss. Question 16. Scenario-based question. Karen's homeowner's insurance policy in Connecticut includes coverage for personal property. If she has a valuable painting that was damaged in a covered peril, but the policy has a $2,000 limit on collectibles, how much will the insurer pay for the damage if the painting's value is $5,000? A. $5,000. B. $2,000. C. The amount needed to repair the painting up to $2,000. D. $5,000 minus any applicable deductible. Answer: B. Explanation. If the policy has a limit of $2,000 on collectibles and the painting is considered a collectible, the insurer will pay up to the $2,000 limit for damage to the painting. Coverage limits for specific types of property, such as collectibles, are often set lower than the overall personal property coverage limit. Question 17. Which of the following situations would likely require a separate insurance policy or endorsement for full coverage under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. A fire originating from a lightning strike. B. Damage to a home caused by a tornado. C. Water damage from a burst pipe inside the home. D. Damage caused by a sewer backup. Answer: D. Explanation. Damage caused by a sewer backup is typically excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies and would require a separate endorsement or policy to be fully covered. Fire from a lightning strike, tornado damage, and water damage from a burst pipe are generally covered under standard policies, though specific conditions and coverage limits may apply. Question 18. What does the term liability coverage (ICA) homeowners insurance policy primarily protect against? A. Damage to the policyholder's personal property. B. The policyholder's legal responsibility for bodily injury or property damage to others. C. The cost of repairing the home structure after a covered loss. D. The cost of temporary living expenses if the home is uninhabitable. Answer. B. Explanation. Liability coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy protects the policyholder against legal responsibility for bodily injury or property damage caused to others. It covers legal defense costs and any settlements or judgments that may arise from such incidents. Question 19. Scenario-based question. Tom's home insurance policy includes a $1,000 deductible for property damage. After a covered event, Tom incurs $3,500 in repair costs. How much will Tom need to pay out of pocket, and how much will the insurance company cover? A. Tom pays $1,000 and the insurer covers $3,500. B. Tom pays $1,000 and the insurer covers $2,500. C. Tom pays $3,500 and the insurer covers nothing. D. Tom pays $2,500 and the insurer covers $1,000. Answer. B. Explanation. With a $1,000 deductible, Tom will need to pay the first $1,000 of the repair costs out of pocket. The insurance company will then cover the remaining $2,500 of the $3,500 repair costs. Question 20. If a Connecticut homeowner's policy includes an endorsement for valuable items coverage, what does this endorsement typically provide? A. Coverage for items lost or damaged in transit. B. Enhanced coverage limits for high-value items such as jewelry or art. C. Coverage for items that are accidentally damaged or misplaced. D. Coverage for personal liability related to valuable items. Answer. B. Explanation. An endorsement for valuable items coverage increases the coverage limits for high-value items such as jewelry, art, or collectibles, which might be limited under standard personal property coverage. It provides broader protection for these items and may also cover certain risks that are otherwise excluded. Question 21. What does an HO5 policy typically provide that a HO3 policy does not? A. Coverage for all perils except those explicitly excluded. B. Broader coverage for personal property on an open perils basis. C. Limited liability coverage compared to the HO3 policy. D. Coverage specifically for earthquake damage. Answer. B. Explanation. The HO5 policy, known as the comprehensive form, provides broader coverage for personal property on an open perils basis, meaning it covers all risks except those explicitly excluded. In contrast, the HO3 policy provides open perils coverage for the structure but only named perils coverage for personal property. Question 22. Which of the following losses is typically covered under homeowners insurance policy's personal property coverage? A. Loss due to a power outage causing food spoilage. B. Loss from an intentional act by the insured. C. Loss of items in a car that was broken into. D. Damage to property caused by normal wear and tear. Answer. C. Explanation. Personal property coverage under a homeowner's policy generally includes items stolen from a vehicle as long as the theft is from a covered peril. Losses due to power outages, intentional acts, and normal wear and tear are usually not covered. Question 23. What is the primary difference between a HO4 policy and HO6 policy? A. The HO4 policy is for renters, while the HO6 policy is for condo owners. B. The HO4 policy covers the building structure, while the HO6 covers personal property only. C. The HO4 policy is a standard homeowners policy, while the HO6 is a broad form policy. D. The HO4 policy covers personal liability, while the HO6 does not. Answer A. Explanation. The HO4 policy, also known as renters insurance, is designed for tenants and covers personal property and liability but does not cover the building structure. The HO6 policy, also known as a condo insurance, is for condominium owners and covers both personal property and improvements to the condo unit but not the entire building structure. Question 24. Which of the following is typically covered by a homeowner's insurance policy's medical payments to others coverage? A. Medical expenses for injuries sustained by the insured while at home. B. Medical expenses for injuries sustained by visitors on the insured's property, regardless of fault. C. Medical expenses for injuries resulting from intentional acts of the insured. D. Medical expenses for injuries related to automobile accidents. Answer. B. Explanation. Medical payments to others coverage pays for medical expenses incurred by visitors who are injured on the insured's property, regardless of fault. This coverage does not apply to injuries sustained by the insured or resulting from intentional acts or automobile accidents. Question 25. Scenario-based question. Lisa's home insurance policy includes a provision for ordinance or law coverage. After a fire, her local building codes require that she upgrade her home to meet new codes. How does this coverage typically assist Lisa? A. It pays for the full cost of upgrading her home to meet new building codes. B. It provides a reimbursement for any fines incurred due to non-compliance with building codes. C. It covers the additional costs associated with bringing the damaged property up to current building codes. D. It reimburses Lisa for any loss in property value due to the upgrades. Answer. C. Explanation. Ordinance or law coverage helps pay for the additional costs required to bring a damaged property up to current building codes after a covered loss. This coverage addresses expenses that exceed the standard repair costs due to code requirements. Question 26. Which of the following is true about the additional living expenses coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. ALE coverage is used to cover the cost of replacing damaged personal property. B. ALE coverage pays for the cost of temporary housing and other living expenses if the home is uninhabitable. C. ALE coverage provides reimbursement for home maintenance costs during repairs. D. ALE coverage is only available if the damage was caused by natural disasters. Answer. B. Explanation. Additional living expenses coverage reimburses the policyholder for temporary housing and other increased living costs incurred while the home is being repaired or rebuilt following the covered loss. It does not cover the replacement of damaged property or maintenance costs. Question 27. In Connecticut, what is the typical procedure for filing a claim if a homeowner discovers water damage due to a broken pipe? They immediately start repairs and notify the insurance company only if the damage worsens. B. Document the damage with photographs and contact the insurance company to report the claim. C. Wait for a professional inspection before notifying the insurance company. D. File a police report and provide it to the insurance company along with the claim. Answer. B. Explanation. A homeowner should document the damage with photographs and contact the insurance company as soon as possible to report the claim. Prompt reporting allows the insurer to initiate the claim process and assess the damage. Starting repairs is important, but notifying the insurer immediately ensures coverage for the damage and compliance with policy requirements. Question 20. What does the term exclusion refer to in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. Items that are covered but require additional premiums. B. Perils or types of damage that are not covered by the policy. C. The portion of a claim that the insured must pay out of pocket. D. Coverage for high-value items that exceed standard limits. Answer. B. Explanation. Exclusions in a homeowner's insurance policy specify the perils or types of damage that are not covered by the policy. Understanding exclusions helps policyholders recognize what is not covered and determine if additional coverage or endorsements are needed. Question 29. Scenario-based question. Mike's homeowner's insurance policy includes coverage for loss of use but does not cover damage caused by a flood. After a flood severely damages his home, Mike is temporarily relocated. How does loss of use coverage assist Mike in this situation? A. It covers the repair costs for the flood damage to his home. B. It provides financial assistance for temporary living expenses while his home is being repaired. C. It compensates Mike for the decreased value of his home after the flood. D. It reimburses Mike for the cost of flood insurance. Answer. B. Explanation. Loss of use coverage provides financial assistance for temporary living expenses while the home is being repaired or rebuilt due to a covered loss. However, since flood damage is not covered by his homeowner's policy, Mike would need a separate flood insurance policy to cover the repair costs of the flood damage itself. Question 30. If an insured's homeowner's policy includes extended replacement cost coverage, what does this typically mean for the policyholder? A. The insurer will pay up to 120% of the coverage limit to rebuild or repair the home. B. The insurer will pay the exact amount of the policy limit for the repair or replacement of the home. C. The policyholder must pay any amount exceeding the coverage limit out of pocket. D. The insurer will provide coverage for damages beyond the home's replacement cost, but not the policy limit. Answer A. Explanation. Extended replacement cost coverage provides additional coverage beyond the standard policy limit, often up to 120% of the coverage limit, to account for increases in construction costs. This coverage helps ensure that the policyholder can rebuild or repair their home even if costs exceed the policy limit.